Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Bitcoin price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis. This is an intraday video, of course, based on 1 hour chart, 15-minute chart as well, to see what's happened to Bitcoin today and what is gonna happen. So as you can see, yeah, as expected in the daily, we said, okay, be careful from this contracting diagonal toward the downside. And also at the same time, yeah, it can be a 1-2 possible, of course, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for continuation for an A, B, and a C. So we are now in a crossroad, of course, between bullish and, of course, a bearish scenario. Now, if we take a closer look, we can see, of course, that this can be a perfect as well. I mean, based on the history, it can be a perfect leading diagonal toward the downside, guys, which of course it can lead for an impulse after 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5 toward the downside. In case we are bullish, we have to move a little bit here for the 15-minute chart to get a clearer insight. So what we might have here, also a leading diagonal toward the upside, right? Or an impulse here in this case scenario. 1 second, 1, 2, 3, 4. Your wave 4 interfere with your wave 1. Your wave 5 also doesn't look impulsive, yeah, so interfering again with the wave 1. Our last possibility, is it a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5? Leading diagonal problem is that your wave 1 is shorter than your wave 3. Here we go. Wave 3 is longer than your wave 1, which is also invalidation for an impulse, guys. Invalidation for a contracting diagonal, meaning this wave is a corrective wave toward the upside, probably in zigzags. Yeah, WXY. So we have to be careful with it, of course. We might have seen here a zigzag, ABC, a flat, and then one final wave here as flat as well, or zigzag, and then moving toward the downside. So yeah, we cannot count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We cannot count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for leading diagonal. Your wave 5 anyway is not good, interfering with the zone 1s in both case scenarios, in the wave 4 here, and of course with the wave 4 of your wave 5, which is not a good sign, guys. Meaning corrective. So if this is corrective, then yeah, the only possible scenario still, which is highest possibility right now, is a leading diagonal toward the downside, finishing a wave 1 probably, and then of course yeah, we're gonna watch a probably shallow wave 2. Be careful after leading diagonal, your wave 2 might be very, very shallow and then moving toward the downside. Yeah, so be careful with it, keeping up with the momentum, yeah, of the bearish. And this is a signal that we might of course be in those two bearish scenario, one of them which is a zigzag, right, and then X in 3 waves, and probably you're moving in another formation here. It can be of course a flat in case this will stay as 3 waves toward the downside, and then B, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, meaning finishing another zigzag, kind of like this, yeah. And then here we go, zigzag for wave W, X, and a Y. A Y is a bigger zigzag. So this is the first possibility, which is corrective. Yeah, it can be corrective in this case scenario, so the bulls still have a chance. Of course, for higher prices after this 3 corrective waves, we might only take the low here and then start to move for higher. In case we are very bearish, 1, and then 2, of course, another 1, and finished wave 2, and now you're looking for a leading diagonal with this additional leg that we might get, and then 3, 4, and a 5. 4 and a 5, 4 and a 5. So triple 4, 5, because we have triple 1, 2s as well. And of course, this might close our CME gap, which is on the daily, where we have a CME gap here between the 77 and the 80,000. Of course, only such a scenario can close this CME gap. Only such a scenario can close this CME gap, which it has to be closed soon or later. And it might be soon. So this is yeah, probability now for Bitcoin. Now, if you take a look on KGT, the 15-minute chart, of course, we can see the bullish divergence. But as you can see, this divergence is not very, very strong. Yeah, and we saw, of course, this move towards the upside, which it was not impulsive. After now analyzing it, it was corrective. And yeah, we might move towards the downside as an invalidation, of course, for this again. As we saw an invalidation here, you can see this bullish signal was invalidated. We might take the low and invalidate again those bullish signals. On the lower time frame, let's see a little bit also much more insight for the 5-minute chart. We can see, yeah, we can see also, yeah, very, very strong bearish signal coming up from this convergence in the top for a diagonal, right? And then probably, of course, start to move for a lower, yeah? In case you would like to see a bullish signal here, probably it's gonna have one bullish signal, but this will bring us for a wave 2, yeah? So for a wave 2, in case we get a lower, we get a divergence again here. And then, of course, we might get a wave 2 and then continuation toward the upside. Because with this wave 2, you will get as well a very strong bearish signal from these scenarios in the top. So we're going to see how this is going to unfold, guys. Of course, yeah, we already expected this since last week. Right, since the beginning of the last week, even it has been like almost 2 weeks talking about this, and that it might happen. And that because, of course, we said that on the daily where we have this short term, it is a possibility that we have topped for Bitcoin, yeah, where you have double 1 2s. W, X, and Y. Your wave Y is a triangle, and you have only double 1 2. 3, 4, 5 for your first 1, 2 finished, and then another ABC here finished, and then of course one more impulse which we got, and we got the all-time high with it, which is for your second 1, 2 in the yellow here, finishing with it a short bull run for this wave 5. I mean, it's not short, but shorter than the triple 1, 2. Yeah, it's not. It's at the end. It was a great bull run, right? We got over 100K. For Bitcoin, that many of us were waiting for these 5 digits to see 6 digits actually to see, of course, on Bitcoin. Yeah, so that might be a very psychological scenario as well. That we, of course, yeah, reach the 100K for this bull run, and we might move a little bit down. I doubt that we're gonna pass this, guys. I doubt it. It's a very, very strong hold here. And then I think probably this will move on. Yeah, it might be a very longer bearish market, but this might continue for higher later on. And yeah, we're gonna see how this is gonna unfold. Now, currently the 1-hour chart still estimating, of course, a little bit, yeah, lower prices. The impulse here seems very weak as well as for the leading diagonal, very, very weak because, of course, of the invalidation. So weak possibility and higher possibility still to take the low. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.